How about some peanut brittle? I'm making some brittle with a mix of nuts. This is 1.5 cups of nuts. You can use whatever ones you want. I roasted some pistachios and some pecans, whatever. And I roasted them a little bit. Now in my pot, I'm going to put this on a low temperature. So I have 1.5 cups of the nuts. Then I have 1 1/3 cups of sugar in my pot, whatever. 1/2 cup of water, 1/4 cup of light corn syrup, 2 tablespoons of butter, 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract, but I used vanilla because I didn't have almond. And then 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of salt are going to go in last. I didn't put that in yet. The baking soda and its salt goes in last. I'm not using 2 teaspoons of salt because I'm using salted butter, and that's 2 tablespoons of butter. So I've got some baking soda and some salt I'm going to put in last. And I'm going to cook this on low until it's a light creamy color, like caramel. And I'm going to cook it, they say, about 12 to 15 minutes. So I'll let you know how that goes in a minute. So as you can see, it's a light color, before you get it to a caramel. It's real light. You use the light corn syrup, not dark. I was going to use all pistachios, but they were in the shell and they were taking forever to, get out of the shell. So I decided to mix my nuts. Most people use regular peanuts. So, if you have regular peanuts, just put them in. But, what I found, nuts are really, really expensive. So I had these in the pantry. And I had just enough corn syrup, so I thought, well, I'm going to use the pistachios. But, feel free to use whatever, nuts you like. There's also a recipe that calls for you putting all this mixture in the microwave, which would be quicker, but I burned mine one time doing it that way, so I'm going to try it this way and see if I get better results. But you can find a recipe where you actually do the mixture of the corn syrup and sugar in the microwave. Easier. It was taking too long to cook on low, so I popped it up to medium heat. Just keep an eye on it though. I just had to put a little fire under it. Okay, so it's turned a nice caramely color. I'm going to add my salt. It's been in there too long. Doesn't want to come out. My baking soda. Mix that in real good. And it's just a nice caramel color. You just put the baking soda in. Oh, it smells good. And then you add your nuts. You have to be quick because it sets up quick. So just get all them nuts nice and coated. You have to be quick, and I have parchment lined cookie sheet, and I'm gonna dump it on there. Like I said, you gotta be quick because it sets up quick. And then we're gonna try to spread this out. Ugh, this is gonna be hard. I need something harder than that. Maybe a big spoon. Don't get any on you, it's hot. Wow, it's hard to spread. Okay, so this isn't coming out great. Like I said, you have to be really quick. Well, that's the best I can stretch it out. said, it really hardens up quick. Plus the paper's moving all around. But you can do it. It's going to be a really chunky one. All right. Just spread it out. I think I got a little more caramel in here. I can. And then we're going to let this cool. I put my finger on some. It's hot. And see, you have your brittle. Nice and caramely looking. Just let it cool before you pop it off. Okay, so here it is. Nice. Isn't it brittle? You just pop it. Nice and nutty. Oh yeah, I love peanut brittle. Bye.